Coach, how important is Jason Richardson to your success in these last 2 games?
I mean, he's played great. You know, he's played great. I think he's been the guy that's spaced the floor for us, and they've done a good job of taking Amari's game away from him on the rolls. But in order to do that, you have to have an extra defender in, and we've done a good job of swinging the ball and finding Jason, and obviously he's in a good groove shooting the basketball right now. So he's key for us, and then you know, he did a good job defensively also. I thought he really did a really good job and went to the boards and did a good job on the board. So he just had a really good game for us.
Alvin, obviously they have to give up some things, but how was Jason, I mean, so wide open so often on those
Well,
swings?
if you're going to trap the screen and roll with Steve, then you have to have an extra defender. The weak side defender have to take the roll guy. And if he takes the roll guy, then if we swing it to Channing, they either rotate to him or they got to play halfway. And Channing did a good job of swinging the ball immediately to Jay Rich, and Jay Rich, you know, had open shots. They had to close out. They couldn't get back and close out in time.
Coach, right over here. How important was it for you guys to get off to the start that you did to keep the crowd out of the game?
Well, we talked about that. You saw the you know, the introduction, and then you saw the start of it, how loud this arena gets and how much they're into the team here. And so we just thought that if we could get off to a good start where we could keep the crowd out of the game and then continue that, it would be great. Not so much getting the crowd out of the game, but for us, it was really important to establish how we were going to be able to play. And we just thought that, you know, if we could open the floor, if we could come down, dribble penetrate, do some things right there where we catch them before they get their defense set. Because as I told you guys, I really do believe that half-court defense, if you get them in half-court defense, they're as good as any team in the NBA. And that's exactly what happened in the third quarter. We stopped running, we got into a half-court situation, and you can see that it becomes really difficult to score against these guys when they're in half-court.
Coach Joe Pequeno, KP next to Phoenix. Can you talk about the physical play tonight? And it seems like nerves got a little testy this evening.
Well, it's going to. I mean, it's going to. It's no big deal. I mean, I think it's everything. You know, it's just playoff basketball. When you play a team, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, maybe even 7 times, and you send the same team every other day, it's going to be that way. It's no different than what's happening in all the other series. If you saw, you know, Dallas, San Antonio, or even the Lakers, Oklahoma City, when you play a team that many times, it's just going to be a little bumps here and there. No big deal. I think, you know, it's just kind of what playoff basketball is all about. And these guys really guard and do a good job, and they're a real physical team. And, you know, we are a team that tries to push the basketball and get on the move. So anytime that combination get together, there's going to be some bumps and stuff. But, you know, that's kind of the way it is.
Coach, this team has really flipped the switch on the road second half of the season. What's been the difference?
I just think we've gotten better defensively. We've done a good job in our weak side rotations. We've also done a good job with our individual defense. We've really minimized straight line drives to the basket, which puts you in a tough situation. And then we've been able to rebound the basketball. I think that's been key for us too. That was one of the areas that we kind of struggled in when we went through a tough time of giving up offensive rebounds. And we've taken care of that for the most part. And I think when we do, when you're running on misses, it's a lot easier to get into the open court and get your spacing than it is when you're running on makes.
Coach, you guys had that game 1 loss at home and then 2 big wins. Where do you feel like momentum's at right now?
To be honest with you, I don't think it matters. I really don't. I think anytime, you know, you're playing in this arena and you're playing those guys and you're playing against this crowd and the whole atmosphere, we're still going to have to play great. I mean, obviously we like our situation right now, but there's a long way to go before this, you know, before anything about this series is over.
Oh, that was I got mine.
What you said that, you know, they're bringing the third guy on the screen.